Hello, my name is Ken Frank, real estate investor here in Illinois. Just wanted to mention that this is not legal advice. I'm not a lawyer. Do not listen to me as far as anything when it comes to legal or follow any of my legal advice. This is just something I've done personally. Just wanted to share the experience with you. So, just taking a look at this contract, very simply, they have the lot size here 25 by 125. You got the address here in Chicago, purchase price. This is important as well as the earnest money. So right here, we're putting down 2,000, and we need to get it to them by 2 days to whoever's holding escrow. Um, Here's with fixtures and personal property. From my experience working with real estate agents, they kind of just check whatever is the quickest at the time, and then a lot of these items are rechecked during attorney review. But if you do want to be careful, make sure that your agent checks everything that you want to make sure that you have in ownership of the property in this section as well. Let's just keep going. Closing date is November the 15th. Um, just saying that the seller will give possession on that date. Mortgage contingency. So for this one, it says a FHA loan, and if you're unable to get the loan, then this contract is able to be declined or whatever the official word is, dropped or whatever. Um, so make sure that you understand that, and that's very different from having it under as cash here. That won't give you the mortgage contingency, but with this, we do have the mortgage contingency, so you do want to look at that part of the contract. Let's take a look at here. Just saying the buyer intends to proceed. Written evidence from buyers lending institute. So I do want evidence from the lender by November the 8th that everything is together and that they are going to be able to close. This some of the disclosures that are required may or may not be in your state. I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to take a look at that. Attorney review, they give you 5 days for attorneys to go back and forth and kind of make sure the contracts are in line and that all parties are willing and able and wanting to move forward. You do have a professional inspection contingency here for the buyer within 5 business days. So you want to make sure you get somebody in, a professional home inspector, to check out the house. And if you do see something major that you weren't able to see previously, you might want to back out of the deal and say that, we didn't know this was here. Or maybe they'll want to, you might want to negotiate and they might want to negotiate as well and do some type of reduction on price or whatever you guys want to negotiate. This is just saying as well that if you're unable to get homeowners insurance, so if I move forward with the contract, but for whatever reason, they're not going to give me homeowners insurance, I could back out of this contract as well. So that's some of the bigger things you want to look at is some of the ways you could get in the contract and get out of the contract and make sure that you're protected and your $2,000 earnest money is protected as well. This is some of a lot of stuff I don't look at. Just talking about deed title, attorney's going to take care of a lot of this stuff here. I don't know if there is a lot of other stuff we need to review as far as somebody that's buying or a real estate investor. But as you've seen there, that is mainly what we have as far as the contingencies and the ways to get out of the contract and the big parts of the contract that's important. There is other aspects of this, but I would say ask your attorney as far as getting details for that. That's mainly what we need to look at. And just as I see here is actually a credit for closing. So you want to look at that too. So you might have a credit that you negotiated in there for closing. And then this is a lot of this other details. This one isn't as is, but some contracts would be as is. So that's what a typical contract is. This contract is in Cook County, Illinois.